Alright, Yu-Gi-Oh players, brand new hero stuff, which is actually pretty exciting. Maybe I'll actually go back and actually play some heroes. And then on top of that, we got the, I think it's called Malice, like the A is upside down. I believe it's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland archetype, but I gotta check out the heroes first, because like, I haven't played in a while, and I'm really excited to see if heroes are actually viable. So starting out, we have the evil, are these all evil heroes? So we have new evil hero Toxic Bubble, which is level 4 Water Fiend effect. 800 attack, 12 defense. You can only spell someone with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. First part is you can spell summon this card from your hand. If summoned this way, you can't spell summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for hero monsters. I really hate this because so many of them have that, like where you put them in like the back row like Crystal Beast and then you resummon them. I've always hated that like they lock you into heroes because some of the best stuff that's in the extra deck, well, it's obviously not a hero. And then the second part is, if this card is special summoned and you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you get to draw 2 cards. That's actually pretty solid. That's a pretty decent effect. But obviously, if your first play goes, south, I always like running, what's that? It was that Malibane, right? So you'd go for, I think Malibane would be like the key card that you'd go for, and then, yeah, you're good to go when you get to draw 2 off of it, and then you can combo even harder. And then next up, we have the evil hero Doom Prison, which is a level 4 light rock effect, 17 attack, 11 defense. You can only spell summon with the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part of it says, also the second part effect is also once per turn. First part is, if you control a fusion monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, you just spell summon this card from your hand. The second part is you can send a hero monster, so it doesn't even have to be an evil here, now it's like maybe generic support. So you can send 1 hero monster from your deck to the graveyard. And if you do, fusion summon a hero monster this turn. This face-up card can be used as a substitute for any one fusion material whose name is mentioned on it, but the other materials must be correct. Wow, that's actually pretty dang solid. Being able to dump one, and then if you just summon one turn, it can be used. Oh man, this effect alone is so good for Mali. Now the real question is Mali, what is Mali in the TCG right now? I don't even remember what it's currently at, and that obviously actually matters. Is it triple in the TCG? Oh, let's go. Wait. Okay, what's the OCG? It's still at 2? Okay, that's actually exciting because the difference between 2 and 3 Mali is pretty big with like the Nemesis, I forgot how they spell it. It's these. I love playing heroes with specifically these cards to reset Mali. Now, again, there is that one problem where like, dang, that really sucks. I wish it was like you can only go for heroes at least in the extra deck. Just like the fact that you can't even go for anything, that's really disappointing. But nonetheless, this is actually pretty dang good though. Next up, we have the evil hero Infernal Rider, which is a 21 attack, 800 defense. It's going to be level 6 though. So it says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is, if it's normal or special, you can add a Dark Fusion from your deck to your WoW. But remember, it's at level 6. Okay, maybe you can special summon it easily by another way. So the second part says you can banish a card from your graveyard and 4 other monsters in your graveyard to set 1 super polymerization from your deck. Wow, dude. Also, until the end of your opponent's turn, you can't special summon monsters except for the hero monsters, but you can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion with effects other than it. Okay, I mean, obviously, being able to set a super poly from the deck is pretty dang insane, because your opponent can't do anything with it. Now, obviously, they can chain to this effect and stop this effect, but I think that's a pretty awesome ability. Next up, though, we've got the E-Hero Neos Lord, so this is like their new boss monster, I guess. Level 10, Dark Fiend Fusion Effect, 25/25. Materials on 1 elemental hero Neos, and a fusion monster that mentions it, plus 1 effect monster on the field. Dang, that's big requirements. So it must be special with Dark Fusion, and you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part says if this card is special summoned, or if a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard while this monster is in the field, you can target 1 face of monster opponent controls and take control of it. Wow. Being able to have like a Snatch Steal instead of like a Dark Law effect, that's a very, very interesting effect. And it also can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, so it has pretty decent protection unlike Dark Law, which obviously always gets wrecked as a priority. But the fact that this card protects itself, and you get a Snatch Steal, and okay, so you get a Snatch Steal like once, and it does target, but at least you get to choose. But being able to still take something, I mean, I like this part of the effect. If it didn't have this, I think it'd be pretty bad. But it's like a new snatch stealer on legs. Oh wait, they got another boss monster. All right, so now we have. It's going to be changed though. I think this is the name for TCG, right? Evil Hero Inferno Wing. Oh, they're called like Hellback Fire. It's really cool, but yeah, it's not going to have that name in the TCG. It's going to be like happy, friendly, like you know, Inferno Wing, Inferno Backlash over here in the TCG. So level 6, Fire Fiend fusion effect, 21 attack, 12 defense, and its materials are Elemental Hero Avian or Elemental Hero Tricks plus 1 hero monster. So obviously you just use the whatever other material and then just 1 hero, which is really easy. So it's got to be someone with Dark Fusion. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So if it's special summon, you get to add a Dark Fusion or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your graveyard to your hand, from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except for fusion, except a fusion monster. Second part is, if your hero monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get to inflict 2100 damage to them. I mean, maybe if you're just trying to go for an OTK, but the fact that like if this card is special summon, you just add another Dark Fusion. So you make this card first, then you get to add another one, then you combo off. I get how it works, and then you get another 21. It's probably going to be meant for OTK. Ooh, dude, they got so many cool looking boss monsters. Wow, I like the artwork on that guy a lot. Was it Dark Knight? So it's a level 8 Earth Fiend fusion effect, 1600 attack and 0 defense, and its materials are 1 Fiend monster and a Warrior monster, and must be special with Dark Fusion. So monsters your opponent controls lose attack equal to the total original attack of the fusion monsters used for this card's summon. What? You can just make everything 0. I mean, it depending on what you're going for, right? I mean, Neos is a warrior, right? I'd assume that you might be playing it in the deck. If you happen to use it with that, I mean, at that point, the 25 plus, it's the combined, right? So the total original attack. So you can get it maybe like, you know, 3,000-4,000, make everything 0, and it gets to attack twice. Now its stats are only 1,600, but the other one, remember, it's like if your hero monster destroys, right? Okay, so that counts all of them, not just if this card attacks, right? So you make that, you make this, make everything 0, and then it can attack multiple times. And then you just burn him to death. Wow. And if this card is special summon, you get control leaves the field by your opponent. You get to target a fiend or warrior monster in your graveyard and special summon in defense position. Okay. And then we have the Dark Contact, which is a normal spell card that says activate one of these effects, but you can only use each of this card's name once per turn. So fusion summon a monster that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion from your extract by shuffling its materials from your field, graveyard, and or banishment into deck. Everywhere. Wow, and it's treated as fusion summoned with Dark Fusion, and you get to add a Supreme King's Castle or a Dark Fusion from your deck. What the heck, dude? Like, this actually seems pretty good. I think Heroes might actually be back with this. What is this card? Hold on, maybe it doesn't have the apostrophe. King's... Wait, maybe is this a newer card? I don't recall that card off the top of my head. Anyways, next up we got Evil Assault, which is a normal spell card that says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So first part, discard a card. You can't special summon a monster from the extract for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except for hero monsters. Also take 1 level 4 or lower hero monster or evil hero monster from your deck and either add to hand or special summon it. This card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there. You can banish it to add a Dark Fusion. Dang, everything has got like so many like free extra Dark Fusion effects on this archetype now. Dark Supremacy, which is a normal trap card that says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention it in your graveyard. Negate their effects until the end of this turn. Second part is, if this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, target up to 5 hero monsters in your graveyard, and or banishment shuffle them into the deck. Okay, wow, so much stuff to go over. Actually seems pretty dang good. Now, we still have some more cards, so let's go ahead and check them out as well. And believe, is this a whole like full reveal of another archetype? Should we save this for another one? Because I kind of want to just talk about the heroes now. You know what, I'm going to save that for another one to not make this video like, 30 minutes long, potentially. I don't know how many cards there are. But let me know, guys, what you think of the new hero stuff. I genuinely think it's really, really good, but I'll cover the other cards later down the line. But, like, finally we have like actual decent support, because like sometimes when we get like Blue Eyes or like other these like legacy stuff, they're kind of like laughable in terms of like, first impressions. But I actually think this one, first impressions, I think is pretty good. But maybe we'll see some gameplay very soon of it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, sub, turn on the bell so you don't miss out when we cover the rest of the Malice archetype, which I'm going to record literally right after, so it'll be up very, very soon. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.